There was a time when loneliness was just a feeling, a quiet gap in your day, something temporary. You call a friend, step outside, or eventually get bored enough to do something about it. But today, loneliness isn't just emotional anymore. It's measurable, it's predictable, and more importantly, it's profitable. For the first time in history, we've built systems that don't necessarily fix isolation. They work around it. They keep you connected enough to function, but not always fulfilled enough to leave. Because from a business perspective, a fully satisfied person disappears. But someone who keeps searching, scrolling, refreshing stays. And staying is where the money is. This is the loneliness economy, not a conspiracy, but a system. One where one of the most human needs we have quietly overlaps with one of the most powerful business models ever created. Nothing about human nature has changed. People still want connection, still want friendship, still want to be seen. What changed is how easy it became to avoid the effort required to get it. Real connection has always been high friction. You have to show up, risk awkwardness, risk rejection, sit through conversations that might not go anywhere. For most of history, that effort was unavoidable. Then convenience stepped in. You can text instead of call, scroll instead of meet, order instead of go out. And to be clear, that convenience isn't bad. It's powerful. It's efficient. It's one of the reasons modern life works. But it also quietly removed a lot of the moments that used to force connection. Now it's possible to go days, even weeks, without meaningful interaction. Not because you want to, but because you don't have to do anything about it. And in that space, something new emerged. Every platform you use runs on a simple idea. The longer you stay, the more valuable you are. Your time becomes data. Your data becomes targeting. And targeting becomes revenue. This isn't inherently negative. It's just how the system works. But here's where it gets interesting. Real-world connection has a natural endpoint. You meet someone, you talk, you feel satisfied, and then you leave. From a business standpoint, that's the end of the session. Digital interaction, on the other hand, doesn't end. There's always another post, another video, another notification. So naturally, platforms are designed to keep that loop going. Not because they're trying to isolate you, but because continuous engagement is more valuable than completed satisfaction. The result is subtle. You're not disconnected. You're just never fully done. This dynamic becomes even clearer when you look at dating apps. They promise connection, and sometimes they deliver it. But their structure creates an interesting tension. If everyone found a perfect partner immediately, the platform would lose its users. So, instead, the system leans toward keeping people in motion. You get matches just enough to stay interested. You get options, sometimes too many. And over time, the experience shifts. Less about building something real, more about browsing, comparing, swiping. It becomes less like meeting someone, and more like playing a game that never really ends. Not because it's broken, but because it's optimized to continue. Behind all of this is data. Every pause, every scroll, every extra second you spend looking at something. It's all being measured. If you spend more time watching certain types of content, whether it's relationships, lifestyle, success, or even loneliness itself, the system adapts. It gives you more of it, not to manipulate you in some dramatic way, but to keep you engaged. And sometimes that means reinforcing the exact emotional state that keeps you watching. There's also something people have started to notice more. You mention something out loud, a product, a place, an idea, and suddenly you start seeing ads for it. Whether it's voice data, predictive algorithms, or behavioral patterns, the result feels the same. The system understands you faster than you expect. And once it understands you, it feeds you what keeps you paying attention. Over time, this creates a loop. You feel something, you open your phone. The phone gives you more of that feeling, and the cycle continues. Loneliness didn't suddenly appear, and technology didn't create it. What happened is simpler. Technology found a way to exist alongside it. and in some cases benefit from it. That doesn't make it evil. It just means it's effective. Social media connects people across continents. It builds communities that never would have existed before. It creates opportunities, relationships, even careers. But at the same time, it operates on attention. And attention naturally leans toward whatever keeps you engaged, not necessarily what completes you. So the real question isn't whether these systems are good or bad. It's whether you're aware of how they work. Because once you understand the loop, you get a choice. To scroll or to step away. To substitute connection or to seek the real thing. The goal isn't to reject the system. It's to stop being unconsciously shaped by it. Because at the end of the day, your attention isn't just time. It's your life in pieces. And where you spend it determines what you become. If you want more breakdowns like this, not just what's happening, but why, subscribe.